My name is Jesse Thompson, and at Pearl Harbor, I was 13 years of age, living on Battleship Row. My father was stationed there. He was on the USS Curtis. On December 7th at about 5 minutes of 8. I ran outside to see what was happening, and I looked up, and here was a Japanese plane, and a Marine came running down and said, "Get out of here, scram!" We had to hide behind trees because the Japanese planes were just strafing us. We got to the barracks down on the other end of the island. We ducked under tables there, and that's where we stayed for 3 days. And slept there on the floor. I was put to work making 50 caliber and 30 caliber machine gun belts. So that's what I did for 3 days. I knew if I could get back, I'd probably see my mother, but I didn't know about my dad because he had to get back to his ship. It was a few days before I saw him again, but it was scary. I can remember shaking like that. On December 7th, I shook till I fell asleep. I got involved in the Pearl Harbor Survivors Association in 1994, as I recall.
I first met Jesse in San Diego, and then they spoke about what happened at Pearl Harbor, and then Jesse and I became good friends.
And then Gordon Jones says, we ought to invite some of the Pearl Harbor guys over. So we started inviting the Pearl Harbor guys over about 1998. Every single Wednesday, we've had a meeting here.
That's our home away from home. Some of the guys had the same stories that I do. It's nice to see where they were, what they did.
These guys were all on different ships. They saw friends that were killed who were most important to them, and they saw the other things that happened.
Every one of us experienced the attack on Pearl. Each one of them has a different experience than the other, so we share with one another.
The whole idea is camaraderie, have fun, enjoy life.
Woody was on a battleship, and then I got a job working with the Japanese at an aircraft instrument factory.
Did you have a Japanese wife?
Wife?
Yeah.
No, my wife, my American wife wouldn't stand for it.
I believe that. Well said.
I'll be 88 this month, and I have to have something to do. That gives them something to do, something to look forward to.
We meet old friends. Some of them are getting darn old, you know, and we're just young fellows.
The peak was about 25 to 30 Pearl Harbor survivors, and that was steady for a long period of time. Some of them started passing away, particularly after 2008. Now we're down to 4, including me, and it's been like that for about a year. And it's just very slowly they've been disappearing.
When we started going down to Jesse's house, we all were given a tour of his museum.
We didn't have any intention of making it a museum or anything, but it just happened to occur. The guy will die and the wife will say, I don't know what to do with this, and I would appreciate it if you would take it because you show us these things. We have a Japanese hand grenade picked up on Iwo Jima. Right there is a Japanese rifle. There's field binoculars donated by Warren Cunningham. He used to come here, and he picked this up in Iwo Jima. And this was a Japanese dog tag, so different from ours. Ours were all metal, and theirs were wood. Now, this is an actual piece of USS Arizona. It was at Pearl Harbor for a long period of time, and a friend of mine passed it on to me. I really wanted it, too, because it's a large piece of the Arizona. This is a picture of the ship my dad was on, the USS Curtis, AV-4, and it was at Pearl Harbor, and this plane was shot down. Japanese were trained, taught to, if they were already going down, make sure you crash into something and make your trip worthwhile. So it crashed into the Curtis, causing 21 total deaths. Here's an actual piece of the plane. This is a piece of the propeller. Then I have a part of the fuselage. What I want to do, the theme is, and that's why I received a lot of this, is that people have said, you do something, you show people. Now, we've had all kinds of people. We have schools have come over here, all kinds of military ships that come over here. See, that's how you keep history going. You have a piece of history someplace. The Pearl Harbor attack was a major factor in our lives, at least for our particular generation. I think we should continue teaching that. Remember Pearl Harbor. What a wonderful theme.